Hey, all you Mansfield maniacs, sorry about that. So, we are here with our Royal Rumble predictions 2019. Got Maniac Mansfield, Josh Mansfield right here, and
T.J. Talley. And that was Botchamania.
Yes, I did just do Botchamania. Sorry. You will not let me live that down now.
I had to call you out on it.
Oh, don't worry. I plan on calling you out later.
All right. You want to run down this card now?
All right. So we're going to run down this Royal Rumble card, which honestly has its work cut out for it. If you just watched NXT TakeOver Phoenix, I'm pretty sure that Ricochet Johnny Gargano match.
Jernigo.
What?
Nothing.
I said Johnny Gargano.
You said Jernigo. Yeah, this dude is Botchamania right now.
Oh, sorry about that again. But pretty sure that Ricochet and Johnny Gargano match, pretty sure that it did better than anything the Rumble can do. But we'll see. Vince might try and top it. We'll see if he can. So let's see. Where we got starting off first?
Rusev versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ooh, U.S. title match.
Yes.
As I said last night, my thoughts and feelings. To go from winning the Rumble the year before to being on the pre-show, it's got to sting for Shinsuke. I mean, I think we all agree the wrong person won in that match at Mania. But, I mean, yeah, Shinsuke won the U.S. title since then, but has he really kicked off much? I mean, I think he should have won the title. But, the Vince didn't feel that way. But, so this match, I mean, it'll be an okay match. I mean, Rusev's going to be popular as heck. I don't think he deserves to be on the pre-show. Neither does Shinsuke. So I think it'll be an okay opening match between the two of them, and Rusev's going to retain.
Yeah, I think Rusev's going to win. I think they're finally trying to give him a title. Since Rusev Day has been popular forever, and they've always been teasing him with the tag titles. At first, they teased him in Aiden English winning, and then they teased him, winning the United States title, and then they finally pulled the trigger on Christmas Day. I think Rusev retains.
New Year's Day.
No, it was Christmas Day.
Really?
Yeah.
It was New Year's.
Check your facts. I know. Trust me, it was Christmas Day. Anyways, I think Rusev win, and it's going to be another very, very good Rusev Day.
Hold on. Don't you mean Rusev Day?
You're embarrassing yourself. Just stop.
I know. What's the other pre-show match?
The pre-show. The cruiserweight, a fatal four-way cruiserweight title match with champion Buddy Murphy defending against Akira Tozawa, Hideo Itami, and Kalisto from the Lucha House Party.
Just the two of those names, Akira Tozawa and Hideo Itami, you can tell this is going to be a barnstorm. This is going to be a high-flying, flippy, technical, masterpiece, basically. Like, there's not going to be a second where there's not going to be action somewhere. Like, you're going to have to... I think it'll be hard keeping our eyes on everything going on with these four. But I really don't see Buddy Murphy losing the title now, especially in this fatal four-way. So I'm going to have Buddy Murphy to retain.
I think they've been hyping Hideo Itami up, but I agree with Josh. I got to go with Buddy Murphy on this one. I think, he won the title at Super Showdown in his home country. He beat Cedric Alexander. I think Buddy Murphy's been coming into his own since he got to 205 Live, apart from the tag team he was in NXT. I forget what they're called right offhand. Blake and Murphy. Yeah, sorry, my bad. But yeah, I think he's finally distanced himself from all that, and I think he is really coming to his own. I think that I just think they're not going to take the title off him. He's putting on phenomenal matches week after week. Every pay-per-view that he's on, whether he's on the pre-show or the main card, he's killing it. I think he retains.
Yeah, I mean, I really feel bad for the cruiserweights and 205 Live always getting relegated for pre-show, especially with how good they've become since Triple H has taken the lead. I'm no Triple H probably doesn't like that they're on the pre-show, but I mean Vince is still in charge. What can you do? I think hopefully Triple H will at least get them on the main card for WrestleMania. At least put them on the first match. At least that's what I hope we see. Will we see it? I don't know. But I know this match is going to impress, and we'll see how it turns out.
Ready for the next one?
Yep.
We got The Bar, which consists of Cesaro and Sheamus defending the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against The Miz and Shane McMahon, or Team Best in the World.
Okay. As I said last night, Shane McMahon can wrestle. Look at his match against AJ at WrestleMania from 2 years back. Look at his tag match with Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. He did great. Okay, some may not like his match against The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania 32. That was my first WrestleMania watching, so I loved it. He's laughing because he remembers during the opening match. Why don't you say?
Look, we'll talk about that later. Go on.
Oh, you. But Shane, I think he can wrestle. I mean, and in this match, basically we know Miz is just using this as a ploy to, they're going to win the titles. I think that's my prediction. Shane and Miz. Then eventually Miz is going to turn on Shane, setting up their match at WrestleMania. Personally, I like babyface Miz. I liked babyface Miz before when he was teaming with Ric Flair. I think Cesaro is going to be the one to take the pinfall in this. And I think they'll take it to Miz. Just so Miz can brag on that. Saying, yeah, Shane, you were best in the world, but I pinned Cesaro to win our tag team titles. Because I can't see Sheamus taking the fall in this. Just, it wouldn't make sense. But, Shane can do good. I mean, he will tell you, because I will never let him forget, that I predicted Shane McMahon's return in 2016. I predicted it weeks before. I predicted it right before it happened.
Okay, yeah, that was like a 1 in a million shot of happening. That's like saying I'm going to hit a hole-in-one in golf. And then it actually happening. It's a 1 in a million chance because we didn't know it was going to happen.
I still called it, so.
Anyways, I'm taking. I don't know. I'm in between because I don't know if they're going to let The Miz and Shane win. They've been hyping it up, but also I've been hearing a lot of The Miz and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania for the title.
I've heard that too. That's if. Because the tag match is going to happen before the Men's Rumble. That's obvious.
So
I think that'll be a telltale sign of potentially who's winning the Rumble, who wins this match. If the Bar retains, Miz might win the Rumble. If Shane and Miz win, of course, Miz won't win the Rumble.
But I gotta go with the Miz and Shane. I don't know. For the last few weeks, they've been kind of teasing it, and I think they might hold the belts maybe until WrestleMania, and then they drop them. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between this match, but I got to go with The Miz and Shane.
We've not been agreeing on everything this time.
Oh, I don't know. All right, the next match is for the Raw Women's Champion. Ronda Rousey defends against Sasha the Boss Banks.
Who do you got?
Honestly, I want to pick Sasha just because I want to pick Sasha, but I know she ain't gonna win. So my money is on Ronda Rousey. I don't. There's so much talk of Rousey and Becky at Mania, or Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda at Mania. I don't see Ronda losing. I just don't see it. Not at the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see this easy either. I think this is just I don't want to say a filler match, because, I mean, Rousey needed opponents, and Sasha's one of the best on the roster. I mean, she was the first ever 3-time women's champion, right?
Who?
Sasha.
I think.
Yeah.
I'd have to check my facts.
But so I think she really has a shot at not really. I mean, I think it's going to be a good match, but I don't see Ronda losing. I mean, I was surprised that Natalya and Rousey lost that tag match on Raw. Natalya took the pinfall on that, right?
I think.
Yeah, to still make Rousey look strong, because it technically isn't a it's a loss.
Oh
but
wait,
it's not,
what on Monday?
Yeah.
Sasha made Natalya tap.
Okay. So yeah, Rousey still looks strong. She didn't take a pinfall. So Rousey's technically still undefeated by herself. But yeah, I think Rousey's gonna win in the end. I think it's just a little mini thing for Sasha and Bayley before Elimination Chamber and the women's tag team titles. Because that's gonna be a great match. When we get around to that. But yeah, Rousey.
All right, the next match, you're going to tease me about this one. It's Asuka versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I really hate you sometimes. Look,
so who do you got? And why is it Becky Lynch?
It's not Becky Lynch, surprisingly. I'm gonna take
really.
Asuka.
You're not picking her girlfriend, Becky Lynch.
Oh, funny.
Okay.
No.
First time him and I did a Facebook predictions video. I think, what was it, for the Rumble or something?
Yeah, it was like the Rumble last year.
Yeah, and he chose Becky Lynch was it for the women's?
Yeah, and my wife teased me for like 2 or 3 weeks. It was pretty bad. That's all you guys need to know. Anyways, I got to take Asuka. I don't know. Like I said, with this Charlotte, Ronda, and Charlotte, Ronda, and Becky stuff going on for the Raw Women's title WrestleMania, I don't know. I just think Asuka's going to win. That's just what I feel. But I'll give a more detailed description from this match once we get closer to the Women's Rumble. Yeah,
I really do think Asuka will probably win this. I don't see Becky winning the title back, because that would basically mean no Rousey versus Becky at Mania unless they do a triple threat for both titles, which I don't see happening. That would really make no sense.
Yeah.
So I really think Asuka's going to retain. Now, could Ronda interfere again like she did at TLC? That's a possibility.
But I don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, there's a possibility we didn't think about. Rousey interfered at TLC. Becky could interfere in the Rousey-Sasha match.
She's not going to.
Yeah, true. But Asuka's going to retain because Asuka's gonna kill you.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
We got the WWE title match between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles.
This match has potential to probably steal the show. Same with Asuka versus Becky. I mean, with both those matches, just the names themselves are star power. You know it's going to be Daniel Bryan, but you kind of want to try and say AJ. I mean, just because the WWE title picture for WrestleMania is not really clear. The Universal title picture, I think, is more clear than the WWE title picture. So there's a lot of different ways they could go with both world title matches. But I think we're going to keep it on Daniel for this one. I don't think they're going to have AJ win it back. Because then you'd probably have to do another AJ versus Daniel. And I think this trilogy is probably going to end it for him.
Well, I heard something that you didn't. So I'm going to go with the phenomenal one. I'm going to go with AJ Styles to take his title back. Oh. And here's why, because this is what I have heard. I heard they're trying, I guess Vince, at least from what I heard, wants the title to be on Orton, but he doesn't want to do a heel Orton versus a heel Daniel Bryan. So what I heard is that they're going to put the belt back on Styles and then have Orton take it from Styles at WrestleMania. So if that's accurate, I don't know if it is or not. But for right now, at least from what I can tell, I'm going to take AJ Styles to take his belt back.
That's something I have not heard. See, the last time they did Randy Orton winning the WWE title at WrestleMania was against Bray Wyatt. And that match, people were asleep for. I mean, I
was at that WrestleMania. It was kind of boring.
Yeah, I don't think Orton needs the belt. I mean, yes, he needs something to do at Mania. That's for sure. But in the WWE title picture, I just don't see it. I mean, really, I don't.
All right. The next match we have is for the Universal Championship.
Ooh.
Brock Lesnar defending against Finn Balor.
So, see, people have been wanting to see this match for years. Finn's already says he's not using the demon. Do I believe him? Not entirely sure. I'm going to go with, though. See, there's so many different ways this could go. And a lot of this, the reason there's so many different ways a lot of this could go is definitely because of what happened with Roman and him getting sick with leukemia. Because it literally was like a tornado going through the WWE creative offices. Like, they had no clue what to do with Roman gone. Like, they put the belt back on Lesnar. That's all they knew to do, which tells you enough right there that I bet you they haven't even figured out officially what they're doing yet. I don't think Vince will decide till tomorrow, probably. But there's three ways this could go. Finn could win with either being the demon or not being the demon and Strowman interfering and costing Lesnar the title. Or Lesnar could beat normal Finn, just clean. Which that would lead to Finn saying, okay, I didn't think I needed the demon character, but I guess I do. And then he'll start using it more, like on Raw, Elimination Chamber, Fastlane, and then he'll probably do a call out saying, no one can beat the demon. Who wants to step up? And then Taker will enter the challenge because that's been the rumored match. Finn Balor versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That's what a lot of people have heard, which I think would be a great match. So I'm going to go with Brock Lesnar to retain.
I'm sorry, I can't go against my boy, which is the original leader of the Bullet Club, who helped formed it. He is now the Balor Club, the leader of the Balor Club. I don't know. I don't want to go against Finn. I gotta choose Finn. Ultimately, I don't know. I mean, Braun's cleared now, so there's been talk of him winning the Rumble match and facing Brock. There's been, but lately though they've been hyping up. Oh, Finn is small. He can't do this. He's the David to Brock's Goliath, and all this other stuff.
And they did prove already that like with the Daniel Bryan Lesnar match at Survivor Series, a little guy can hang with Lesnar and almost beat him.
But I think Finn. I think they'll probably get. At least I hope. I hope they give Finn his shot, and he can carry the belt. And if they end up doing Brock versus Braun Strowman at WrestleMania, it doesn't need the title. Let them two just beat the crap out of each other. That's all I got to say about it. All right, next we're going to move on to the Women's Royal Rumble match.
Oh, man. How many spots are left? You can scroll down and see. It should say that's men's.
Participants, yada, yada, yada.
That's women's. It should say
23 of the 30 entrants have been announced, so there's 7 slots left.
Didn't they say we're doing like a big press thing tomorrow or something?
No, they already did that.
Oh.
Yeah, they filled slots, but there's still 7 left because they didn't announce everybody.
So that means 7 legends probably. So Trish, Lita, Michelle probably. I mean, there's a lot less legends in this one than there were last year. I mean, last year was basically almost half legends for the Women's Rumble, which this year I think it's a sign that they trust women more, that they're not bringing the legends back. to hype it up as much last year. They're counting on the current hype of it, I think. So we're doing 3 choices: our first pick, secondary pick, and a dark horse pick. So I'll go first.
It doesn't matter. You can go first.
Okay. So my first pick, of course, is going to be Becky. I think she's going to, she'll lose against Asuka. She'll enter the Rumble. Maybe even take out Carmella and take her place at number 30. And, maybe toss out Charlotte, win the Rumble. My second pick is Charlotte, potentially her winning it, and Becky finding her way into the Rumble, finding her way into the match with Rousey and Charlotte at Mania. Or I can see Becky and Charlotte going over the top rope at the same time and being declared co-winners, like in with Bret Hart and Lex Luger. That potentially happening. So that could be how they set up that match. My dark horse pick is Ember Moon, who I think would challenge Asuka for the SmackDown title at WrestleMania. And because they had a great rivalry in NXT, it'd be great to see it on the main roster at WrestleMania. So Ember Moon is my dark horse pick.
That's actually not your dark horse pick. Actually, isn't bad. Because speaking of that NXT rivalry between her and Asuka, that was probably Ember Moon's best rivalry in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Because she actually put on those like quality matches. Like Asuka pushed her, Shayna Baszler didn't really push her as much, so the quality of the match was a little down, but they were still good matches.
Remember last year in the Rumble when Ember Moon entered? Her arm was banged up, but when you had Asuka and Ember staring face to face, the crowd was red hot for it. They wanted to see it again.
I'd like to see it again. But as far as surprise entrants go, I feel like you got to get. They'll have some legends, maybe Trish or maybe Lita, because they still want to work a little more in the WWE after Evolution and stuff. So I think you get people like Trish and Lita, but I think you'll get some NXT women like Io Shirai and Kairi Sane. You might get Shayna Baszler. So I think you
could get the 3 UFC horsewomen that are in NXT and have them going.
You could, but
Bayley.
But I don't think they're going to put Marina Shafir and Jasmine Duquette. I just don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah.
But as far as my picks, Becky and Charlotte. Those are going to be my first 2 picks because it's been rumored that some way they're going to all face or both to face Rousey, or one's going to face Rousey. I don't know. My dark horse, Ember Moon was a good one. My dark horse. Who do I want to take as my dark horse? I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I'm going to take Mandy Rose as my dark horse.
I thought you were going to say Alexa Bliss.
No, she's just coming back from injury. I don't think they're going to give her a title match. No, I don't know. Mandy Rose is killing it on the she's killing it right now with her rivalry with Naomi, but I don't know. I got to just throw a name out there for my dark horse, so I'm going to stick with Mandy Rose. And we are on to the men's Rumble match, which 20 of the spots have been filled, so there could be 10 surprises.
Which, I said before, I think I said on my video last night, but I didn't want to hear any of the surprise rumors because I thought they were going to be big names, and I heard who they were. I'm like, these aren't really surprises. I kind of expected them. They were Velveteen Dream, Angle, and
Bray Wyatt.
Which leaves, if there's some good spots where there could be big surprise. Last year we had the Hurricane and Rey Mysterio show up. He can tell you my reaction when Rey Mysterio showed up.
It's not YouTube appropriate.
Shut up. But this is a star-studded Rumble. R-Truth at number 30.
Honestly, I think R-Truth is, since they have him number 30, I think
he's going to do that in the Women's Rumble.
That wouldn't surprise me because of the way they're making it.
And then Carmelo will come out and say, "No, this is my spot," and she'll go out.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
I think though, since they're making this like a comical thing for R-Truth, even though he's number 30, I think he might do a little bit in the Rumble. I don't think he's gonna win it, but I think he's gonna do it.
No.
But I think he's gonna do a little bit.
See, I actually don't think Truth's gonna enter the Rumble. I think he's gonna get taken out before the match starts. And so someone will have to take his place, which will either be Angle or Strowman taking his place in the match, I think. Now, the rumors of Cena potentially not being in it, I don't believe those. I mean, I feel like WWE realizes once, maybe they did not plan having Cena, but I think now that the news and rumors are out, that, hey, Cena's actually not in it, WWE never planned to put him in it, and they just used it to sell tickets, WWE's like, okay, we kind of screwed ourselves with that. It's like, so I think we'll put him in there just to, give the fans what they did kind of pay for, not to really piss them off. I mean, though, they apparently really don't care with pissing the fans off. I mean, one year they didn't have Daniel Bryan in it, the next year they had him eliminated after like 5-10 minutes. And then Goldust comes out afterwards with shattered dreams scattered across the Titantron, clearly trolling the fans. So, the picks. There's a lot WWE can do this year. And a lot of different directions they could go. Personally, he's watching Jack Swagger's Bellator MMA debut.
Yeah, sorry if I'm a little distracted. You see me staring off. I'm trying to watch Swagger in Bellator.
He's probably going to get his butt kicked.
I don't know. He's facing some dude that looks like a grandpa.
Okay. But the name I've heard the most, my number one pick is Drew McIntyre. He's my pick. I don't think Seth. I don't think this is Seth's time. I don't think Seth can be a legitimate opponent to Brock. Has he been in the ring with Brock? Yes, twice. Who did most of the work? Roman and Cena. Can Rollins hang with Brock a little? Is he a believable opponent? No. Is Drew McIntyre the way he's been built up? Yes. So my number one pick for this is Drew McIntyre. That's the Universal title route. Now, I kind of don't want to pick a SmackDown one, but I'm going to, just because SmackDown's won the past few years. Like, since the brand split, SmackDown's won it each year. But I'm going to. I'm not going to go with Miz, because he's got the tag titles. I'm going to go Rey Mysterio as my second pick.
Not a bad pick.
Because Rey's been having killer matches with Andrade on SmackDown, and I can really see a very good, high-flying, fast-paced, technical masterpiece between Daniel Bryan and Rey Mysterio for the WWE title at WrestleMania. So Rey Mysterio is my second pick. My dark horse, Kurt Angle. Because if you want to talk about technical legends, Daniel Bryan, Kurt Angle. That match, WWE title, give Angle one last run with the belt. Or same for second pick, Mysterio, give him another run with the belt. Those would be killer matches. Again, Miz versus Daniel was rumored before they started doing everything with Shane, which, if they would have had Daniel win more of his matches against Miz previously, I'd be okay with that. But now, not really, because if they do Daniel versus Miz, Miz should go over. Just to get his, I guess you would say, spot back from how it was taken away from him by Cena and Rock at WrestleMania 27, even though Miz won the match due to The Rock. But those are my three picks: McIntyre, Mysterio, Angle.
So real quick before I get into this Rumble talk, I'm watching Jack Swagger come out, and he really used on his Titantron that "We the People." I mean, I guess that's his shtick. Anyways, I don't know. From what I've been hearing, that they've been talking about Seth, they've been talking about Braun potentially. I don't know. For my first pick, I got to go Seth. I think Seth, ever since he held the Intercontinental Championship, he's been on fire, putting on fire matches with whoever it is. It could have been a scrub wrestler, and he made him look like $1 million. Like he's just that good. So he can do that. I think with Brock, he can make a little bit of magic, and they could have a good match. I think for my second pick, I don't really know. I think I'm gonna go with the Miz in case if they do lose, even though I know I picked them to win. I think if they do lose, I think the Miz and Daniel Bryan retains. I think it'll be the Miz and Daniel Bryan. I think they still got to write that last chapter in their rivalry. So I think the Miz will go over. I think it's they want the Miz to have the belt back and be the guy because like Seth Rollins on Raw, he's been that on SmackDown. Maybe not putting on fire matches, but his promos they've been on point. When he does have a match, they've been on point. So I got to go with that. My dark horse, though.
I think I know who you're going to say.
Who? Who do you think I'm going to say?
Because it's someone. When I had 4 picks, before I had 4 different picks, I had a free agent pick, and my free agent pick was Cena.
No, I'm not picking Cena.
Oh, never mind.
I'm going to pick the original leader of Los Ingobernables de Japón. Yeah, that's New Japan Pro Wrestling. You don't know that.
Oh, gosh.
I'm taking Andrade Cien Almas, or now they just call him Andrade, but I'm taking Cien to win it. The last few weeks he's putting on bomb matches against Rey Mysterio, and honestly, they left me in awe. Probably the best matches I've seen on SmackDown in a little while. So I'm going to take him as my dark horse. But as some surprise entrances, I think I got to go with Lars. I think Lars will debut finally.
And they'll set up him and Cena if they go that route. The other thing I've heard for Daniel possibly at WrestleMania is Daniel Bryan versus John Cena. John Cena goes over, wins his 17th world title, breaking Flair's record.
Yeah, I think Lars debuts tomorrow night. I think you also there's going to be some NXT stars. Like Adam Cole didn't have a match tonight. I'm sure he's in Phoenix, so I think he'll make a surprise appearance. Like we said, Angle, Velveteen Dream, Bray Wyatt. I mean, even though all of them except for maybe the Velveteen Dream really isn't a surprise.
Matt Hardy, he's cleared to compete now.
Matt Hardy's cleared to compete. So, I mean, we might see some wrestlers that we haven't seen in a while. Probably the Big Show, even, I heard. I mean,
that'd be good. He needs something to do.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Lars eliminates the Big Show if that's the case tomorrow. But yeah, I'd
like to see Zack Ryder.
Well, no, because what I heard is they're going to try to build up the tag division now, so that's why they put Hawkins and Ryder back together because they're trying to get pushed.
Oh, really? They got put back together? I didn't.
Yes, they got put back together on Monday Night Raw. But I guess they're trying to build the tag team division up because now the people that you don't see or that are left stuck in the bottom of the barrel, they're afraid that AEW is going to come and sweep them up. So people are trying to ask for the release, but they won't release them. So now they're trying to push and give everyone screen time so they can be like, oh hey, yeah, we might have messed up, we dropped the ball. Here you go. Here's your screen time.
Because they're trying to answer AEW's or the Young Bucks criticisms. The reasons they didn't join was because they watched Raw one week and saw the tag division and realized it was crap, so that's why they didn't sign. So I think Vince is trying to realize, okay, we need to bring the tag division back because Vince is flip-floppy when it comes to the tag team division. I mean, Triple H is very high on NXT as the Dusty Rhodes Classic and that has produced classic matches.
Well, you know why they put that in there, right? It's because Dusty worked in NXT.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted it so bad. Because Vince McMahon probably wasn't going to do it. I mean, Vince doesn't have anything against him. But Triple H said, hey, let's do this for NXT. Let's take these NXT stars and let's give them something in the tag division besides the tag titles to fight for.
Yeah, I think Vince trusts Triple H to do what he does in NXT. But we have to remember, even in NXT, even in 205 Live, yes, Triple H may be in charge, but Triple H still kind of has to get the final approval from Vince, as he's completely not paying attention to anyone watching Jack Swagger.
Sorry, I'm sorry, but Swagger just looks a little ridiculous.
I mean, he looks worse than CM Punk.
All right, I think we're getting way off topic here.
I
think we should end the video. In the last video, I didn't know, so I accidentally signed us off. I didn't know there was a whole.
Yeah, he did accidentally sign us off in our NXT Takeover predictions.
We never discussed an ending, I guess, or he tagged me in the video he made last night. I didn't get to watch it, but so he's gonna sign us off. It's not gonna be me anymore unless it's my show, which is we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But he's gonna sign us off, and then have a good day.
All right, so this is Maniac Mansfield,
T.J. Talley,
and this is our Royal Rumble predictions, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Royal Rumble, it's gonna be great, hopefully. And then we'll see you next time. Good night. God bless.